readers, welcome to our second read aloud in the month of March. Now, Mr. Banana and I are always excited when it's read aloud day, but today we're extra excited because the month of March is also Women's History Month. Now, what is Women's History Month? Well, Women's History Month is a month where we highlight and celebrate the contributions of women to events in history and society and the world. So Mr. Banana and I thought it'd be an amazing opportunity to share with you one of our favorite books about an amazing woman who contributed to getting us to the moon. So the book we're reading today is called The Spacesuit: How a Seamstress Helped Put a Man on the Moon. Written by Alison and illustrated by Ariel, Landy. Now Mr. Banana already got his glasses on, but I forgot to put mine on. Perfect, here we go. This is Ellie. Ellie helped change the world with a needle and a thread many years ago. Ellie loved to design and sew from a young age. As a child, she felt her fingers come alive the first time she used a sewing machine. She threaded the needle and then pressed the foot pedal. The sewing machine launched her into another universe where fabric can be tucked and tapered. The whir of the machine fueled her imagination with ideas. With hard work, any design was possible. As an adult, Ellie got a job, sewing clothing for women and babies. Ellie worked quickly and carefully. Her seams were straight and her stitching was neat. An engineer noticed and asked her a question. How would you like to sew a spacesuit instead? Ellie couldn't believe her ears. Yes, I would love to. Ellie's workplace had entered an exciting competition at the last minute, but it wasn't going to be easy. Big teams of military designers and engineers were also competing. Ellie's team was small. They only had 6 weeks. Many believed that the seamstress could never win. But Ellie ignored them and set to work. Thankfully, Ellie had help. She worked with Lenny and his team of engineers. Some engineers were so impressed with the women's sewing that they asked if the seamstress could teach them how to sew. The seamstress also shared ideas about how to best make the suit. Ellie looked up old spacesuits. They were all hard like armor. Can we make something a little softer, a little more comfortable? The answer was yes. The plan was to make a spacesuit with many soft layers. Spacesuits must protect astronauts from the heat and be flexible so they can walk on the moon. The spacesuit will have lots of thin layers like an onion. The seamstress worked from dawn until dusk. The stitching was slow, and if they made a mistake, the whole suit was thrown out. As the suits got bulkier, the seamstresses complained. 2 gigantic sewing machines appeared. The ladies named them Sweet Sue and Big Mo. Ellie stitched late into the night, with Lenny helping by her side. As the competition drew near, the women were exhausted, but everyone pulled together. The women sewed and glued layer after layer until they had 21 layers. Finally, the A7L spacesuit was created. The suits were tested and rushed off to Texas for judging. When the judges noticed a broken zipper, Ellie and her team were given 12 hours to fix it and return it to the judge. The suit made it just in time, with help from an airplane. After many tests, the results were in. The first competitor's suit failed because the helmet blew off. The second competitor's suit failed because it was too wide to fit the spacesuit capsule. Lastly, the A7L spacesuit was named the winner. It was comfortable, it was heat resistant, and it was light enough to walk on the moon. On July 20th, 1969, when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walked on the moon, Ellie and her team were nervous. But when she saw them pick up the moon rocks and return to the capsule safely, Ellie knew the suits were perfect. Ellie's heart swelled with pride. The universe seemed smaller that night. The Earth and the moon felt woven together by invisible thread. Stitch by stitch, layer by layer, the A7L spacesuit had changed the world forever. Alright, Atlas readers, now that's the end of our book. So, your story challenge for this week is pretty easy. Basically, is to educate yourself on other stories about incredible women in history. I will leave some examples here of different free resources you can find online where you can learn about other incredible people, women just like Ellie, who contributed to very important moments in history. Alright, Alice readers, we'll see you next time. Bye!